Most fans of pro football hate how the off-season is 7 weeks longer than the actual season, but most fans of pro football also have some part of the off-season they really enjoy. A lot of people get pumped for the start of free agency. Some people are all about the draft. My favorite part of the off-season happens when the regular season schedule is finally released. Before the schedule is released, we know which teams are going to play each other at home and on the road, but we don't know the actual order in which those games will happen. The order of games will have an impact on every team at some point during the season, and taking a big picture look at the overall schedule can help predict how many games each team might win, whether they'll make the playoffs, plus other futures that fans can bet on before the season starts. The 2023 regular season schedule was released to the public on May 11th, and there were several obvious mistakes made by the league. Many of these mistakes will give teams a competitive advantage over their opponents, and some of these mistakes could end up being the deciding factor in some games. Many fans think their team has a good chance to beat any opponent they play after a bye week. Not many fans think about how often their favorite team plays another team coming off the bye. In 2022, there were 9 teams that never played an opponent coming off a bye week, while 8 teams played an opponent coming off a bye week multiple times. 5 of the 9 teams with this scheduling advantage won their division, while all 8 teams with the disadvantage missed the playoffs completely. In 2023, there are 11 franchises not scheduled to play any team coming off a bye week, while 7 teams will play an opponent coming off the bye week multiple times. San Francisco will play Cleveland, Cincinnati, Jacksonville, and Arizona after each team has their bye week. Los Angeles will play Pittsburgh, Dallas, Baltimore, and Washington after each team has their bye week. Focusing on the games with teams playing multiple opponents coming off the bye week, we can already make a few inferences about how a few games will go in 2023. 5 teams are scheduled to play 3 consecutive games on the road this season: Baltimore, Tennessee, Denver, New York, and Carolina. Since 2021, there have been 5 occasions where teams have played 3 consecutive road games, and when those teams got to the third game, most had a better record than their opponents. Yet the only time any of those teams won their third consecutive game on the road was when a team with 10 wins needed overtime to beat a team with 1 win. This tells us that no matter the opponent, when a team is scheduled to play 3 consecutive games on the road, we can make a few reasonable assumptions about the outcome of the third game. 19 pro football games are scheduled to take place on a Thursday this season. 9 teams are scheduled to play multiple games on Thursdays. 6 of those teams are scheduled to play multiple games on short rest. Green Bay and Detroit will play both of their division games against each other on Thursdays, offsetting the home field advantage that most teams haven't made use of over the last 3 years. Isolating the 10 matchups that will be played by teams with multiple games on short rest, we can see an extra disadvantage for Pittsburgh when they host Tennessee on the Thursday of Week 9, as it will be the third game in 12 days for Pittsburgh, but only the second game for Tennessee in the same time frame. Conversely, when San Francisco hosts New York on the Thursday night of Week 3, New York will be playing their second straight road game across the country, while San Francisco will be playing back-to-back games in their home state of California. Looking at all 10 matchups that will be played by teams with multiple games on short rest, it feels like we can pick the winners of 7 games based on everything we know now. And when we add these picks to the predictions already made based on other scheduling mistakes, we've predicted the outcome of 20 regular season games on the 2023 pro football schedule. Thank you very much for watching episode 1 of our preseason series. If you would like to be amongst the first to know when the next episode is available, go to footballelementary.com and sign up for the email list or follow Pro Football Max on the socials. Until next time.